Yo, xQc did a reaction to MewKitty's video talking about Pokemon's hypocrisy and calling out xQc for joining Kick, and the reaction has almost 4 times the views of the original video. Oh boy, I can't wait to see what he says.
Me siding with Kick would be like the biggest
Pokemon and Miski are trying to monopolize the whole streaming industry, and she's gaslighting her viewers more than ever. Let's watch the businesswoman that co-founded 2 companies pretend like she don't know who the owner of Kick is when he talked about her last stream.
Work with us actually, so we'll see if that changes.
The top left guy, oh, he's the CEO. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were the founder.
No, she's not ready for trial.
Yeah, dude, Okay, so as many of you guys know, xQc is a Twitch streamer who is known for streaming for very long periods of time, usually around 18 hours a day, and to fill up so much of that time, he ends up just putting on YouTube videos for people to watch while he has the downtime that streamers usually have offline. But this becomes an issue when he re-uploads these segments of his stream on YouTube only to eclipse the views of the original content. And since 90% of those videos just consist of xQc looking at the screen, or sometimes not even looking at the screen, while the video plays, a lot of people, including myself, feel like this is just the equivalent of stealing and re-uploading someone else's content, considering that xQc's version doesn't differ at all besides the fact that he's in the corner staring at the video and pauses it to say 1 sentence every 5 minutes. BubFilms points this out on Twitter, using this Kennedy assassination video by Lamino as an example, and captions it by saying, Lamino spends months researching, scripting, and editing a video just for React streamers to re-upload the entire thing and provide 0 input. Mutahar from the channel SomeOrdinaryGamers then quote tweets Bub and says, just a shame garbage like this fills the recommended tab. xQc responds by saying, I wonder what triggers people like you so much. Revenue share? Audience split? Algorithm? I've heard this complaint a million times, and most public figures try to attack it from multiple angles, just to fall flat on their face. I'm watching a vid I like to my people. That's it. Justin Wang responds with a picture of Donald Trump pointing down at another gentleman. Repsion reacts to xQc by saying, you seriously cannot be this daft. You were the same dude Kick had to warn about streaming the entire movie of The Dark Knight to 50,000 people. Learn to provide social commentary with clips, movies, whatever, instead of just being the laziest motherfucker there is and doing nothing. You honestly deserve to be sued at this point, since you clearly can't understand why copyright laws exist in the first place. Chairman says, who does YouTube pay the ad revenue to in a situation like that? I hope it's not xQc. xQc then responds by saying, imagine being so small-minded you think I care about that revenue, and it's computed into anything. I guess the name/profile pic explains it. Chairman then responds, that's not the point of my tweet. I'm saying I hope YouTube pays the original creators of content on their platform, not the brainlets who put a face cam over their videos while eating food. Ryan responds to xQc by saying, I'm a fan of the Reacts videos, but I feel it's extremely unfair. The original videos provider needs to get a portion of the income from your React videos. A 50-50 or more for him. xQc responds, they can claim the whole fucking thing, and they do a lot of times. I swear you guys just make shit up for the hell of it. My stuff gets re-uploaded for the YouTube frogs that missed the stream. Get me contradictory analytics or facts. Anything else is Z. M6 responds by saying, you know good and well that most YouTubers can't just claim the monetization on those videos. The only thing that they can do is DMCA you, which you know you'd counter it anyway. Just to clarify, since people keep asking, anyone can do a DMCA takedown, but to do a claim, you have to qualify for Content ID, which most people don't. They then show this paragraph from Google support where it says, YouTube only grants Content ID to copyright owners who meet specific criteria. To be approved, they must own exclusive rights to a substantial body of original material that is frequently uploaded to YouTube. Mutahar then responds directly to xQc when he quote tweets him and says, I know you are not the brightest, but I didn't expect you to be this intellectually dishonest. Nothing is inherently triggering when you view live content on a different platform. It's when you re-upload the content to the same platform and have it copy the same metadata to further cannibalize. I get it depends on the creator whose content you're freebooting, but in your own words just now, you claim you were just sharing a video with your fans, with no intention to critique or transform it for fair use purposes. We demonized individuals like Jinx back in 2017. In large, we do so as well today. This type of content is even frowned upon by YouTube in large, or any web page as repetitive and duplicate content. YouTube will often change its algorithm to fight algorithm abuse content like this. Example, reply era, initial reactions in 2017 era. I know you've watched The Dark Knight and animes like Hunter x Hunter, why not re-upload those as well? You also realize claiming content isn't a task any creator can just do? It requires access to elevated content management systems. Only the larger studios and media groups have. Educate yourself. xQc responds by saying, damn, I know you liked using big words so that people would give your takes more importance, but filling your unfounded criticism full of personal attacks and using anecdotal evidence to prove that the content is cannibalistic by nature, I get it now. It's all for show. You have no substance. I guess it makes sense that you were upset everyone is reacting to actually good content instead of whatever you post. Little brother used a 2017 example twice and tried to cash in his win early. This might get you Twitter drone likes, but you know how this works internally. You have the stats to back it up. You didn't use any, because you know how it will show the exact opposite of the phenomenon. Also, I talk to most of the YouTubers I take big content pieces from to react to. Maybe send Daily Dose of Internet a call and compare numbers on uploads/reacts. I'm on the defensive, so I'll let you pull some stats up. After all, I'm the dumb one, right? Until then, keep molding, little brother. We both know why you posted that tweet in the first place. Insecurity is a fucking bitch, isn't it? Bites when you least expect it, and makes you look weak. Also, don't make a money argument type. I'm probably the one that cares the least about residual YouTube ad revenue. It comprises of maybe 1% of my total income. I do it to please my community. You know this already anyway. You just keep pretending you don't. Now write another essay to farm some impressions. Maybe you generate enough Twitter rev to shut the fuck up the next time you wake up and feel like a weak-ass soy boy. Take care. Luca Tim responds to xQc by saying, I like both Muta and X, but there's a lot of ad hominem in this, so it's hard to take seriously. Peter Hughes responds, he called Muta's criticism full of personal attacks, then goes on and says all that, lol. xQc responds, it's only fair. He started this thing by saying it's garbage content. I replied without incident. He kept going at it. Why should I do better? You wanna go low? I'll go low, brother. Muta himself then responds directly to xQc when he says, no one brought up income as an example except for your insecure ass laughing my ass off. We talked about impressions on the platform being cannibalized. Did your team reach out to mine when you reacted to some of my content as well? Seems not. So you can't be using the fact that you communicated to one creator as an example. Impressions are cannibalized because they tend to take up finite space in the recommendations engine that will consistently show the streamer over the original piece as the account matures. You can watch Dark Viper AU or recently Jack Films on the subject. This platform is important to me, for the rest of the friends I have on it. So yeah, I get a bit passionate on the subject. Stop deflecting and saying this is for impressions farming on Twitter. My account makes plenty of impressions without this topic anyways. Also, please point out where I brought up AdSense money in the original post, aside from discussing the claim system on YouTube, the system that requires an MCN, or elevated permissions most creators have no access to. Gains of Kings responds, xQc is projecting so fucking hard in his post. It's really funny to see a backwater streamer rage like this. Now write another essay to farm some impressions. Writes an essay to farm impressions. Weak ass soy boy is a 130-pound soy boy himself. Until then, keep molding. Is molding hard? xQc responds to Muta by saying, watch time from impressions equals ads equals money. He tried it. Bro tried to pretend he makes uploads out of the kindness of his heart. Get your ass to bed, bruh. You looked stupid. Zeno responds by saying, I don't get why people make such a big deal out of watching public content on stream. xQc responds, insecurity. He tried to disguise his true motivation for this tweet about Rev under the disguise of impressions. Mutahar responds by saying, what is the point you're responding to? We are talking about cannibalizing impressions. We know impressions lead to ad return. xQc responds, so you were essentially saying you care about impressions and not about the money it comes with? Gotcha. I'm out of arguments on this one. You are a god. Mutahar responds, I'm saying impressions lead to a long-term organic channel growth that gets cannibalized when it has to compete with itself as React content flooding the algorithms. Obviously, everybody does this for some monetary benefit, but what's important in the long term is the growth of channels, which does appear to be hampered with this influx of reactive content. That's all. Ludwig responds by saying, I think there's two arguments. One constitutes a legal and more importantly ethical React video. Where's the line of true transformative commentary? Legal Eagle and that hot doctor dude as examples. And is the finite impressions argument accurate in the assumption that all impressions would go to the original content if all React videos were removed? Or would there also be an impact on overall site impressions? Is it cannibalizing as efficiently as argued? Mass Perfection then ratios him when he says, I literally searched up an Actman video once, and the first video was an Asmongold react reaction to it. It absolutely affects impressions. Going back to xQc's initial response to Mutahar, where he tells him to make good content so he'll actually react to it, he quote tweets it with a picture of xQc reacting to one of his videos and saying, "Reacting to good content instead of whatever you post," laughing my ass off. xQc then responds, "It's a good video. I enjoyed it. What's the issue? You called my shit garbage, but is it all garbage?" Mutahar responds, "Nah, you were right. I'll concede that point. Your GTA heisting was good." xQc responds, "Alright, I'll take this trade. Now kiss." And that's about it for the direct argument between Mutahar and xQc on Twitter. Of course, some other YouTubers joined in to mock xQc's take, and honestly, I agree with all of these tweets on screen as well as Mutahar's overall argument. But if you guys have any differing thoughts or want to elaborate on why you think xQc is in the wrong here, whatever your opinion is, I highly encourage you share it in the comment section below so we can continue this discussion. And if this discussion continues on Twitter in any meaningful way, I will be sure to make a follow-up video, so if you don't want to miss that, be sure to subscribe to this channel with notifications on. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.